How to grow your triceps and hamstrings.
I'm Nate, the FitFutureMD. Upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. I'm here to help you, whether it's fitness, finance, mental health, or anything I can help you with. Leave it in the comments below if you have any questions. You can always email me if you don't feel comfortable. Leave it in the comments below. I answer all my emails. And like I say, I'm just here to help as much as I can.
So how to grow your triceps and hamstrings, right? So to give a little background, most people's weak points are not the quads or your biceps. It's usually either in the tricep or in the hamstrings, especially when it comes to bodybuilding, right? And a lot of people don't notice. They'll be like, oh, how did this guy not win? And then you'll see the back shot and they'll be like, no definition in the hamstring. There's no hamstring sweep. Their triceps are small. They have those as weak areas. And then the ones that win, you'll notice that their hamstrings are huge. Their triceps are huge. So what's really the difference in those areas? Because there's really no main lift that works hamstrings, right? As good as the quad, or a pull-up works biceps just as much as the back, right? And really the thing that works the triceps the best is push-ups or the bench press, right? Well, a lot of pro bodybuilders, they don't even bench press anymore, right? They don't want to risk the injury to their shoulders to continue to have a bench press, so they don't even bench press anymore. So you'll see those weaknesses, right? So the first thing when you're trying to bring up a body part is food. The days that you work out those body parts, you need to, the day before and the day of, you need to eat more food, right? So if your normal is 2,200 calories, the day before you eat 2,500, and the day of you eat 2,500. You got to feed those muscles more the days that you're working them out. All right. Second, you got to do something called progressive overload, right? And progressive overload is basically going up to 80% of your max weight that you can do on a lift for that exercise. So for hamstrings, if you need to figure out what your 1 rep max is. And for most people, they're not even ever going to lift heavy on their hamstrings because they're scared of pulling a hamstring, right? And sometimes you got to get over that fear and warm up good enough to figure out, well, how strong are my hamstrings really, and then go to 80% of that. And I prefer to do 3 sets heavy, 3 sets bodybuilding, so high reps, right? 10 to 15 reps. So that ends up being 6 sets on whatever body part I'm trying to have grow, right? And it can take a lot longer in the gym, that being said, using that technique. So honestly, if you're going to triceps, it makes it look like you do a lot more bench pressing than any other exercise, because you're sitting there with a close grip bench press or a close grip incline bench press using a Smith machine, to do close grip presses, to get that inner head of the tricep, to give you that thickness and to keep that skin from being, everybody's always complaining about their saggy arms. Well, that's the inner head of the tricep, right? And it hardly will ever be used, unless you're doing unless you're doing close grip bench press, and a lot of people don't even want to bench press anymore. So that's the second thing is progressive overload, right? Whenever you're trying to grow, you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep, right? When your body repairs itself while you sleep. And if you're not getting, 6 to 10 hours of sleep, or the appropriate amount of sleep for yourself, depending on, who you are, you're not going to grow like you want to. If you have trouble sleeping, eat fruit at night and it'll help you sleep. Another thing that can help these muscles grow is massages, chiropractic care, rest and recovery, heat, ice. You can use stem machines, to break up because you got to break up the fascia tissue so that the muscle can be allowed to grow, right? That more blood can go in there, more nutrients can get there. Like say you're doing progressive overload and, high rep bodybuilding, so that, you get that good pump to the muscle. They also make pump products out there that help blood get to those areas. I personally don't use those because I don't know the long-term side effects of those products, so I personally don't use those, but they are out there, short-term, everything in moderation type deal. And then the last thing is to actually train them multiple times a week, right? So if you got a body part you're trying to bring up, make sure you hit that muscle, 2 or 3 times a week, and see if you can spark some growth in that area, right? Because if you're already doing progressive overload, you're already getting stronger, the only thing you can do more is do more frequency, right? So like I say, make sure you're eating in a surplus, make sure you're getting good sleep and nutrition, and then train more, and those muscles should grow. Like I say, and then make sure you're doing your research on, what the different muscles are in those sections. There's 3 muscles, in your tricep. Make sure you're doing exercises that target all 3, so that you grow your triceps. And there's multiple muscles in your hamstrings. Make sure you're targeting muscles there. There's an upper and a lower. You got Romanian deadlifts, that a lot of people don't do, to do the hamstring glute tie-in, right? So the exercises matter too. The frequency of the exercises matter. And if you do all that, you should see growth in your triceps and hamstrings. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I hope I'm helping you. Make sure you get that free nutrition and workout plan in the bio. And like I say, all my information is free. So hopefully I'll get this investing course out soon. Because the only way to be a millionaire as a regular person is to become an investor. So I'm Nate, FitFutureMD, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.